Your is L.E.X. And this is Keeping It 100 with L.E.X. And today's topic, you should only be getting used for this. And in this video, I'm going to break down I'm basically just going to fucking tell you, how to know what you're getting used for. You know what I'm saying? And basically, what you should be fucking getting used for and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to break down. You get what I'm saying? What you might be getting used for, and tell you why you shouldn't be fucking getting used for certain shit, and what you really should be getting used for and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all know, it's kind of like fucking no secret that, you get what I'm saying, that you females literally categorize guys in certain shit and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like what I'm about to fucking break down and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, what I'm about to mention now, you shouldn't be getting used for this shit. And I'm going to tell you what the fuck you getting used for. And you get what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be getting used for that shit. You get what I'm saying? So I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you probably getting used for that you shouldn't be getting used for. And the last one is what you really should be getting used for and shit like that. The only shit you should fucking be tolerating and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, number 1, money. You get what I'm saying? If a female is always fucking sitting here calling you when fucking, you get what I'm saying? Like, she needs her fucking bill paid, or she wants you to buy her things and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're being used for money. You get what I'm saying? And that's like very important. Like, you shouldn't be fucking getting used for fucking money and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything I'm about to tell you and shit like that, like, fellas, this is not okay. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is not okay. Like, a lot of you fellas think about all the things I'm about to tell you and shit like that. Like, you thinking that, oh, well, if I do these things for her and shit like that, maybe she'll like me and all that shit. Son, no. Let me tell you one thing before I continue on with what you're being used for and shit like that, and how to, how to pinpoint what you're being used for and why you shouldn't be getting used for it and shit like that. Why you shouldn't be getting used for these type of things and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew up around females and shit like that, and I have female friends and shit like that, right? So all these things that I'm about to mention and shit like that, besides the shit that I just mentioned right now, when you sitting here doing all these things that I'm about to mention and all this shit, like, let's say you tricking on a fucking girl for about a year. Almost every female, when they tell me, for instance, when I ask them, yo, damn, you still using the nigga, and they be like, yeah, I'm like, yo, let's say it's been a year or whatever. Son, the most that got fucked, the most you're probably gonna fuck if you're getting used for one of these things is probably gonna be in 1 year, probably 5 times. You get what I'm saying? 5 times, as opposed to the nigga that she really likes and shit like that, who's probably getting it every other day. You get what I'm saying? Every week and shit like that. While you only getting it here and there just so she could keep the fucking benefits coming and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So don't think, oh, these things, L.E.X, I know what he's talking about, man. Fuck all that. Because I ain't gonna lie, people, my videos and shit like that, certain people be thinking that I don't be knowing what I'm talking about and shit like that. And son, I know what the fuck I be talking about. You know what's crazy? Y'all might, my own people and shit like that. Niggas be thinking that I be bugging and shit like that, but every other person that try to fuck me over, bitches and shit like that, sooner or later they'll realize, you get what I'm saying, that I was fucking right on everything I be fucking talking about and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Sooner or later you'll realize that this nigga L.E.X was right. You get what I'm saying? And I know this shit. Because like I said, everything I talk to y'all about is fucking about experiences and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, another thing. Don't be fucking getting used for fucking, well, matter of fact, no. What I said, you should be only getting used, you shouldn't be getting used for fucking free meals, free light-ups on fucking weed. You get what I'm saying? Or drugs, or whatever, say for instance, you and Shorty, I sniff coke, she shouldn't only be coming around when she fucking wants to get lit up on fucking weed. You get what I'm saying? Fucking, or free drugs and shit like that, because she knows you do this shit and shit like that. If she knows you fucking drink, she shouldn't only be coming around. You get what I'm saying? When she just wants to drink up your fucking liquor, get drunk, and basically go fuck when, a lot of females get horny when they drink, so get drunk off your fucking bottle and go and fuck the next man. You get what I'm saying? Or like I said, free meals, free light-ups on fucking weed, drugs. You get what I'm saying? And activities like you fucking saying here, taking her and her friends and shit like that to fucking clubs. And you get what I'm saying? These bitches are sucking up off you. You get what I'm saying? Like they basically fucking partying off your money and shit like that, not even putting in a dollar and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? You should not be getting used for that shit. And you should know you're getting used for that shit because they only come around when you got them type of things. Or when you taking her to the club and her fucking friends and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So know if you're being fucking used for free meals and everything I just fucking mentioned. I ain't gonna go back down that shit again. Another thing you should not be getting fucking used for rides and shit like that. If a female is always hitting you up because she needs to fucking go here, go to fucking supermarket, or she has an appointment and shit like that, she's just using you for a fucking free ride and shit like that. And most likely, she's not even fucking giving you gas money and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? She's not giving you gas money or nothing like. You get what I'm saying? So you should not be fucking getting used for free rides. So just know, if a female is always hitting you up because she needs a ride somewhere and shit like that, you're being fucking used for fucking rides and shit like that. And you should not be getting used for no fucking rides. Another thing fucking females use guys for. Hookups on like clothing. You get what I'm saying? Discounts on like, let's say Macy's and Foot Locker and etc. and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like you probably got the plugs and shit to go in the club. You don't gotta wait on the line and shit like that. You notice how she's only hitting you up to fucking, you get what I'm saying? For whatever I just fucking mentioned and shit like that. You're being used for that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, so know that shit. You get what I'm saying? Another thing fucking females use guys for and shit like that. I'm gonna break down stories about this one. Do not ever fucking get used. And you should be knowing if you're getting used to get the next man jealous. Now, what do I mean by that? You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you the stories about what the fuck done happened to me and shit like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these fucking, like, certain, like, lame-ass fucking bitches and shit like that. Like, they'll be fucking with certain guys and shit like that. And let's say son ain't acting right. He's treating them like shit or whatever. Let's say we, like, fucking a bitch or something will invite me to go out to, like, a club or a place where she knows that the guy she's fucking and shit like that is not acting right, is gonna fucking be there. You get what I'm saying? You should know that you're fucking basically being used to get the next man fucking jealous. And you should know already, because let's say if you're in the spot and you think she's feeling you and trying to hug up on her and kiss up on her and shit like that, and she's fucking giving you the stiff arm and shit like that, like trying to kiss up on her, she's giving you the cheek and shit like that, just know, and that fucking, when she's doing all that shit, you get what I'm saying? Like, some guy in there, she's really trying to fucking get jealous and shit like that. Bro, I have a lot of fucking stories that I could fucking tell you about this shit. But I'm going to tell you about the two ladies that I can remember off the top of the fucking head and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Bitches do this shit to me a lot, and I'm not going to lie, it works like 100% of the fucking time. Like, for instance, recently, some fucking guy came to try to fight me at my job and shit like that, like, for over a fucking ugly, disgusting, broke-ass bitch that I haven't spoken to in like a fucking year. I haven't spoken to this dirty, ugly, broke-ass fucking bitch in a year. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know what the fuck she told that nigga, but son tried to come to the, well, I swear to God, he ain't impressed me. Like, man, that's a good thing he didn't impress me, because at that time I was a little frustrated and shit like that. Like, he would have got the fucking business and shit like that. Crazy thing is, he seen me drive fucking, I drove past him and shit like that, and I had no idea that son wanted the static until fucking Shorty's mother came and fucking told me, like, you get what I'm saying, why my daughter's boyfriend wanted to fight you and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Another example, a bitch at the same fucking job, like, recently, I found out, some bitch I was talking to before, and the reason why we was talking before and shit like that is because she was going with some nigga that wasn't claiming her. You get what I'm saying? Like, supposedly it was her boyfriend or whatever, but he wasn't claiming her and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't fuck with that nigga like that. So I think when they was fucking around and shit like that, I think he probably done told her, like, yeah, I don't fuck with L.E.X like that. Even though it wasn't like that, I ain't fuck with that nigga because, you know, and what was that fucking video I had? What was that video? Fuck. Well, the video when I mentioned fucking, damn. When I mentioned that why you know, the reason why a female act like she don't see you or say hi to her and shit like that, like, son would try to, you know, treat me like the lame, but mind you, he was the fucking lame. Like, he would try to walk he would try to walk by me and shit like that. Well, how that came about anyway, I was cool with some nigga before, and that goofy nigga wanted me to be cool with him and shit like that. Get what I'm saying? So I ain't want to be cool with that nigga at all. Cause like I said, I'm big on energy and all that shit. Like, so it's like when he was trying to get me to be cool, I'm trying to tell that nigga like, yo, son's energy is off. Like, you know, like that nigga vibe is off and shit like that. So me being the good friend that I am, I try to give the nigga the benefit of the doubt, and he did some goofy shit. Like, he tried to act like he ain't see me or whatever. Like I said, like, trying to treat me like I was the fucking lame and shit like that. But he was the fucking lame. So I think when he was fucking with Shorty, when they was supposedly together, or I don't fucking know, like, I think he done told her, like, yeah, I don't fuck with that nigga like that, or whatever. So when he wasn't claiming her and shit like that, I noticed she was, you know, she, like, I felt like she wanted me and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And I just realized, matter of fact, I think I told y'all about a story about the sample of attention shit. So she basically was trying to use me to get that nigga jealous and shit like that. And like, that was the first time, and the second time that the shit just fucking happened and shit like that, like, she got a new man and shit like that, and for some reason, I found out through people like, yeah, he said he don't like you, he can't stand you, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy, because the first bitch I mentioned, I haven't spoken to her in a year, and this bitch, I haven't spoken to her in years. I'm talking about years. I haven't spoken to this bitch in years, my nigga. So I don't know what the fuck she's putting in that nigga head to fucking get that nigga mad and not like me and shit like that. It ain't like I give a fuck. Like, niggas ain't, I mean, he ain't run down on me, and it's a good thing he don't. But anyway, like, get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is just fucking crazy. Get what I'm saying? And the funny thing about that is, like, I bet you she probably done said certain shit, but I bet you she ain't tell that nigga how she tried to request me on fucking social media and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And I had to fucking tell her cousin, like, yo, tell your fucking cousin, like, yo, if she ain't trying to let me fuck, like, don't request me and shit like that. Like, if she wants me to fuck, I want to hear I need a text message or something, her telling me. And I told her cousin just like this, if she ain't trying to let me fuck, I don't want nothing to do with her. Like, I really just want to see them words, like, I want you to fuck and shit like that. So, get what I'm saying? You should know, like I mentioned before, if you're trying to get used by a nigga, you're trying to hug up on it, kiss up on it, and she's giving you the fucking stiff arm or giving you the cheek, she's trying to get some other nigga jealous and shit like that. So, don't tolerate that shit. Another thing, you know what I'm saying? Don't be getting used for fucking basically like, I don't know how to say it, but just basically don't get used for like emotional purposes whenever she's going through problems and shit like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? If she's going through problems and shit, she has family for that shit. And if she don't have family, tell her what I told the bitch one time. Like, oh, you know, I got nobody to talk to. Then go see a fucking therapist. Go fucking see a therapist and shit like that. And the bitch that I told that shit to, me and her, you get what I'm saying? Me and her was fucking around and shit like that. And then out of nowhere, she tried to downgrade me to like the friend zone and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So you already know I curved that shit and shit like that. And she wasn't trying to get the point and shit like that. And I had to block on everything because she was not understanding. And adopt this mindset, fellas. Everything that I'm saying, that she's not that you're getting, well, that they're trying to use you for, that you shouldn't be fucking getting used for, because I'm telling you exactly what you're going to get used for. I mean, what you're getting used for and shit like that. Adopt this fucking mindset. If we not fucking, we not talking. I'm going to say it in Spanish. Si tú y yo no estamos rapando, tú y yo no vamos a estar hablando. You get what I'm saying? Like, unless they're your fucking friends and shit like that. Like, because I'm not going to lie, I have female friends and shit like that. And I'm going to name two off the top of my head. I have more, but I'm going to name the two of them. I'm not going to tell you their names and shit like that. But I'm going to say Dag and Jazz and shit like that. Them is fucking real female friends and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? They real fucking female friends. I know for a fact, if I need a fucking favor, you get what I'm saying? They'll hold it down. If, for instance, if they know a girl that wants me to fuck or that likes me, they're gonna tell me like, yo, my homegirl like you, that girl like you, whatever. If we go to a fucking club and shit like that, and they see a fucking girl staring at me, they be like, yo, L.E.X, shorty with the blue, she's staring you down, nigga. So that means, you know, she wants you, go get that and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Them is real female fucking friends and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? That's the only time you should be fucking, well, nah, they shouldn't be using you for money. I mean, unless they're going to pay you back and all that shit. And free meals and shit like that. Because I ain't going to lie, me and my friends, we do that shit for each other. Like, we go out, like, they'll pay, and then I'll pay and shit like that. Like, but that's because they're my fucking friends and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So if they're not your fucking female friends, real female friends, you shouldn't be tolerating that shit. The only fucking thing you should be getting used for is sex. Keep it 100. Sex. You get what I'm saying? If that bitch is not hitting you up early in the day to see you at like 3 o'clock, or you get a 3 o'clock text talking about what you're doing around 7, or you get what I'm saying? Like them fucking late night text or them late night fucking phone calls talking about what you doing and shit like that. If she's not telling you that, you know, I can't wait to see you later, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you and shit like that. You know, I mean, I don't have bitches tell that shit to me and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? If they're not telling you that shit, you should not be getting used for nothing else except sex, bro. You should not be getting used for fucking sex. And like I said earlier, don't think by you doing all that shit that you're getting used for, don't think I'm gonna do this shit and, oh, you know, if I do all this shit, you get what I'm saying? If I do all this shit, you know, she might like me and all that shit, because it's not gonna happen. If she ain't like you at first, she's not gonna like you after a while. Unless she's fucking old, disgusting, and you're just there, just waiting your fucking turn like a fucking dumbass and shit like that. And by the time you get the pussy, she's gonna be all washed up and a whole bunch of fucking dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, fellas, that's today's topic. You get what I'm saying? You should be getting used for sex only, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's today's topic. Like, comment, share, subscribe. 1.